start.
Hello everyone, I'm Nadyla from the State University of Semarang. I'm in the third semester. I'm majoring in English Literature. Today, along with my friends, we will have a small discussion. Guys, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Nissa Aurellia Putri from UNES. You can call me Nissa. And to be honest, we all come from the same university and the same class. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah, that's right. By the way, my name is Safinatun Nikmah. You can call me Vina. I'm from UNESCO, just like Nisa said before. And then Triana, your turn.
Hello, I'm Cahyaningtyas from UNES. Just call me Triana. It's such an honor that I can participate in this discussion.
Me too. I'm glad that I can participate in this discussion. I'm Alula Sakinah, but people usually call me Alula. And I'm from UNES, and all of us are from the same class. It's English Literature B.
Alright, thank you guys for your introduction. Let's start our discussion now. The topic that we are going to discuss today is whether technology connects us more or isolate us more, and why do we feel that way? Well, Nisa, what do you think? We would like to hear your opinion.
Yes, I think technology connects us more. There are many platforms or parts of technology that connect people, like social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter, and many more. By using this platform, we can feel more connected to the world.
Hmm, that's a good opinion. We use those kind of platforms to communicate, right? So I can see where you're coming from. But what about information? The technology facilitates us to seek it because shouldn't one know what's going on in the world if you're more connected?
Yes, that's right, Dila. So as far as I know, there are two types of technology, communication technology and informational technology. We can easily get information from online news, television, or radio. Like I said before, there are many kinds of social media such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We could easily find any kind of information from social media. For example, in Instagram, there is an account called turtle.id that provides information with good illustration for health, food, and basically everything that happens worldwide. But information from Indonesia is more specific. But please beware of hoax. There are a lot of irresponsible people that spread false information. Filter.id is one of many accounts that provide valid information.
Is there anything else?
Of course, Dila, we can also find more benefit of technology. For example, the BLM movement or Black Lives Matter movement. People all around the world, we can join this movement and share their ideas or their feeling related to these kinds of problems. This Black Lives Matter also made the community enthusiastic about helping via donation or sign petition.
Wow, that's so awesome. But how does technology affect this movement? We would like to know more. Could you please elaborate?
Of course, I would like to. I think because of technology, a lot of people participate in this movement. I mean, people from around the world know about this movement for technology in the first place. And after they know about this movement, they felt empathy to black people in the US about the struggles they have to face just because of their skin color. So that it made them participate in this movement by donating and signing petitions, which they did through technology. For more detailed information, I think it is wise to ask Safinah.
Thank you, Nisa. What a great explanation. And I think you're right. I think we should ask Safina for more detailed information. Safina, do you have any data about this movement?
Alright, yes, I have. Based on an article from Forbes, technology's role in driving progress in Black Lives Matter, or BLM, posted on 30 July 2020, it said, by technology, people could see the BLM movement has gained momentum, most notably the death of George Floyd on May 25 that has led to protests in the United States and abroad. Moreover, Kimberly Johnson, the chief operating advisor of Fannie Mae, mentioned that technology has been a key ingredient in awakening people to the current set of issues. Technology broaden the horizons and generate power for confronting people. That's it, Nadyla.
Thank you, Safinah, for the data. Then, with the current situation right now, COVID-19 pandemic, what do you think about how does it affect us? What do you think,
Before the COVID-19 pandemic happened, there were people that could work from home, but the people that work from home the office were plenty more. But because of the whole COVID-19 pandemic, all of the people that usually work from the office have to work from home. We are asked to stay at home, but we can still be connected. It is important to get information about the virus, the symptoms, how we can avoid it, and many more. We can't go to school, but there is Google Meet, Zoom, and Google Class, Elena, Ezra. All this stuff is part of technology, right?
That's right. Thank you, Nissa. One excellent opinion. During the COVID-19 pandemic, what kind of feedback has it related to the use of technology, especially the use of internet? I think it would be nice for us to know. Safina, do you have any data regarding this?
Yes, of course. From the New York Times, posted on 7 April 2020, the virus changed the way we internet. This article reveals that people are looking to connect and entertain themselves. People spending more time for online. It was evidenced by the increasing of website visitation since 15 January to 24 March, such as Facebook increased 27%, Netflix 16%, YouTube 15%, Twitch.tv to 20%, Nextdoor.com 73%, BostonGlobe.com 100%, NewYorkTimes.com 65%, etc. That's it, Nadyla.
Thank you for the data that you provided, Safina. Well, let's move to different aspects, shall we? What about people who feel isolated because of technology? There must be people who feel the opposite, right?
Yes, that's right. There are people who feel isolated, but I think more people or majority of people feel connected by technology. People who feel isolated are because they do not have any friends to chat with and they struggle to communicate with other people.
How to overcome that problem?
Well, we could say that it depends on the person. If they try to be a good communicator, they will not feel isolated. But we have to help them too. For example, try to communicate with those people who feel isolated so that they do feel alone. Because I think that people who feel isolated could not initiate the conversation. So we have to initiate the conversation first.
Okay then, thank you, Nissa. So, does technology really connect us or isolate us? Safina, do you have any data that maybe could clear up our confusion?
Well, this following data is from American Psychological Association, posted on May 2019, the link between loneliness and technology. There said that Louis Hockley from a psychologist from University of Chicago say that experts agree that technology is changing the way we're interacting socially. This could affect our levels of loneliness. It could get lower or increasing. The difference in its effect seems to lie in how it's used, says he said. That's all, Nadila.
All right, thank you, Sakinah, for the data. Well, what about you, Alula? What do you think about this? Do you have any thoughts or opinion or anything that you would like to share with us about this regarding this matter?
Well, I'm listening and taking notes so that we can have a clear result related to this discussion. If I have an idea or something unclear, I will interrupt. Don't worry, Nadyla, and thank you for giving me the chance to speak.
And what about you, Triana?
Well, I don't think I have anything to say. I prefer to be silent so that my observation will be precise. Um, so I can evaluate the discussion very well at the end. You can go back to talking about our topic. Thank you very much.
Comment. Okay, then go back to your question. Feeling isolated must be uncomfortable, right? So, what do you think people should do when they feel isolated? Nissa?
In my opinion, we can connect ourselves to the internet. We can watch TV to get information and that we need, for example, news. We can also communicate with friends through social media. That's it. Try to interact with people or ask for help when you feel depressed.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt? I would like to ask Nissa, if you don't mind, would you repeat your opinion again? I didn't fully understand.
Okay, Lula. In my opinion, we can connect ourselves through internet, like chatting through WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, surfing on Instagram, tweet about anything on Twitter, find any information on CNN, and watch some TED Talks and else. We can watch TV to get information that we need. For example, a news channel such as Metro TV, TV1, or any television channel that has news programs. Try to interact with people or ask for help when you feel depressed. Did you get it, Lula?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much, Nissa.
No problem.
All right, then. I think we also would like to know if there is any studies or facts that about what people should do when they feel isolated. Sakinah, do you have any data about this?
Yeah, I do. An article from Ableton posted on 22nd June 2020 how to use technology to reduce social isolation. This article is related with what Nisa said. It told technology has a vital role to play in terms of tackling this isolation. Some ways technology can help are by connect with loved ones using technology, listen to the radio, join an online community, do some volunteering, keep an eye on loved ones in a way that's non-intrusive, and also free technology to combat loneliness. That's the suggestion I have, Nadila.
Okay, thank you for the data that you provided, Sakinah. Well, Nisa, do you think there are any activities that Sakinah has mentioned that people could do when they feel isolated? Nisa?
Yes, I do. Besides what Savina already mentioned, activities that we can do to erase or get rid of the isolated feeling are simple. First, post or share positive content in social media so that people can get inspired. Second, build a good online relationship with people. Third, be more aware of offensive content and not to share hacks, things that are related to racism, etc. Fourth, be more wise and thoughtful when using technology. Fifth, talk to someone when you feel isolated by technology and talk to a professional when you cannot take the isolated feeling anymore. And the last six, balancing the use of technology because too much is never good.
Thank you, Nissa. That's really brilliant. Before we end this discussion, I think this is the time that we would like to hear about the summary from Alula. Alula?
Yes, Dila. But first, let me tell you that this is such an amazing discussion. Okay, let's go to the summary that I've written. As Nadyla have said in the beginning of our discussion, the topic of our discussion today is, does technology connect us more or isolated us more? And why do we feel that way? Nissa had an amazing opinion regarding our topic today. She said that technology connects us more to the world. For example, with social media such as WhatsApp and Instagram. And because of the technology, Nissa told us that such a movement like Black Lives Matter could occur. Also, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic, where people must work from home and connect with people. In the data that Safinah had, it also stated that during the pandemic, visitation rate on websites had been increasing. But even after that, there are people who feel isolated with the technology, just like Nissa said before. And Nissa also add to her opinion that it depends on the person. People who feel isolated are usually the one who cannot initiate conversations. The data that Safina provided told us that technology does connect us more and could lower loneliness and depression symptoms. And I also have summarized some of the follow-up action to help get rid of the feeling of isolation that Nisa and Safina provided before, such as join an online community, listen to the radio, be more wise and thoughtful when using technology, and talk to professionals if you cannot take the isolated feeling anymore. I think that's all, Nadila. Thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you, Alula. Then I think this is the time for us to hear about Triana observation in our group discussion. Triana, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Thanks, Nadyla, for the opportunity to talk. First of all, the discussion was going well. Thank you. Everyone is involved to the discussion. According to my observation, I think Nadyla led this discussion very well so that the other participants would get a chance or would get an opportunity to talk. Nadyla could take control over the discussion, which is very well because if there is no leader who led this discussion, the discussion would mess up their purpose. So Nadyla also had a good behavior in terms of her position. What I mean by that, I mean is that she was not rude or condescending or sarcastic or offensive, etc. She portrayed herself as a good communicator. So thank you very much, Nadyla. Next, in my opinion, Safina provided the complete data or facts that we need related to the topic of this discussion. She participated actively in the discussion, so that's all. Then I like the way Nisa answered Nadyla's question and Nadyla's statements. She was good communicator, good discussion member, since she can communicate very well. So the discussion runs smoothly and naturally. She also did her best in this discussion. Good job. Okay, moreover, Alula did a great job. She could make a summary that covers everything in the discussion. She presented the result clearly and easy to be understood. That's what good note taker focused on. Okay, the note taker is very crucial here. I couldn't imagine the discussion without a note taker. Okay, so assuming that my observation is correct, I believe that we all did a great job. The discussion ran pretty well, and we have got the result and the follow-up activities. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Although there was a little problem with the connection, but I think was a successful discussion. Thank you very much. Back to Nadyla.
All right. Thank you, Triana, for the observation. All right, guys, then I think this is the end of our discussion. Thank you for everyone who participated in this discussion, and have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.